it's Betsy, and today we have a video that I am super excited to film, and I just received my Klarity Cosmetics order. They are a small Black-owned business that is actually very close to me. I didn't realize that till today. They're in Groves, Texas, which is a couple of towns over from me, and I've followed them on Instagram for a while. They released this palette on Friday, and I was super excited because I saw the color story and was like, ooh, that's gorgeous. So the outside unicarton looks like this. It was $36 on their website, and the back of the cardboard packaging does have all of their ingredients, that it is vegan and cruelty free, and the shelf life for it. So it looks like this. I did remove the plastic thingamabobber, I don't know what it's called, they put over the shadow so I could take pictures of it. But isn't that gorgeous? That beautiful pink and purple color scheme. And then I also picked up one of their highlighters. This is the Ultra Blinding Highlighter in Twisted Unicorn. I didn't purchase this one as a face highlighter because I knew that this would be too pale for me. But I saw it and was like, oh my goodness, that is stunning. The Twisted Unicorn color, it looks like this. Now mine came a little damaged, so I had to repress it, but they offered to replace it, but I told them no, because I know how it is being a small business, and we weren't gonna do that. So this was $36 and this was $16.50. We're gonna play with both of those, as well as I also got in my Midas Cosmetics order. So this is not the focus of the palette, but I wanted to go ahead and try it. This is Midas Cosmetics times Neon MUA, and the slogan for this is more than makeup. They have the Dusk Till Dawn collection. I ordered my palette in Noon, which is for medium to tan skin tones, but they have Dawn, which is for fair to light, Dusk, which is for deep, and they have Midnight, I think, for ultra deep, for extremely deep skin tones. So as you can see, it has a mirror and it looks like this. So I can't wait to play with that. So we'll test that out as well. But that's not the main part of this. But again, $36. I'm super excited to play with that. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started with the eyeshadow swatches, and then we will jump into doing a look with it. So as you can see, it is an 8 eyeshadow palette formula, and some of these are pressed pigments. So we're going to start off with Berries and Cream, Berry Sandcastle, ooh, that feels nice, Pandora's Box, and Berry Bouquet. So they look like that. So we'll start with Berries and Cream, Berry Sandcastle, Pandora's Box, Berry Bouquet. Very pretty. Wipe my fingers off. So I will tell you, you'll probably end up with a little bit of slight staining from the Berry Bouquet color. Now we're going to do the last row, which is Strawberry Bubblegum. It's like a beautiful neon pink. Grape Escape, a very neutral, dusty, mauve-y color. Chaotic, which is a beautiful, beautiful burgundy. And last but not least is Orchid, which is a beautiful metallic pink. So we've got Strawberry Bubblegum, Grape Escape, Chaotic, and Orchid. Okay, so this palette is stunning and it's swatched beautifully. But you know, again, swatches can lie. There will be some staining from this, just to let you know when you put this on your eyes. I can already tell by, or at least for me, what it looks like on my skin. But typically, since I use a primer, it's not too bad. So we're gonna start off by priming our eyes with the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer, which I think I probably just put way too much, but it's okay, you know. Because, you know, I typically do my foundation and stuff off camera so I can clean up if I get it everywhere else because I am not a makeup artist. I am a makeup enthusiast. I love playing with makeup, but Lord, let me tell you, I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, let me rephrase that. I can do makeup on myself where it looks pretty good, but you know, and like my daughter because I've done it on her so much, but there are a lot of things that I know nothing. So I'm gonna start off by putting some of the e.l.f. eye tapes on my eyes because I want this to be very crisp and clean. Okay, that looks pretty even to me. I'm terrible at that, y'all. Y'all don't even know. Okay, so we're gonna start off with, this is just a Cuvage brush, and I'm gonna go into the first shade, which is Berries and Cream, which is that neutral leaning color, and use that as kind of my transition shade, which it is a little pale for my skin tone, but this would make a beautiful highlight shade too for a whole lot of skin tones. But today I kind of wanted to set my whole eye, especially with those bright pinks and stuff like that. I wanted it to be set, so hopefully I won't end up with too much staining. We shall see. So, got all that set. So we're gonna jump in to, this is a BH Cosmetics number 10. This is just a fluffy brush. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Grape Escape as my real transition shade. Oh yeah, that works beautifully. You can well, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but that has a nice, very light hint of purple. That is a beautiful color, and it looks very dusty in the palette, but whenever you put it on your eyes, it is very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. That is stunning. Oh yeah, you can see it on camera. I was worried that because it's so light, sometimes you can't see a whole lot of distinction between shadows on camera, but look how pretty that is. That is stunning. Okay, so I think I need a little bit smaller brush because I think I'm gonna go into Berry Banquet right here, and this is the Tapered Blending, the LR005, and I don't remember what brand this is. This is something that came in the BoxyCharm. So we're just gonna take that. There is a ton of fallout from this, so just be forewarned. And we're gonna slowly build this up in the crease because I want some brightness, but I want to build it slowly because this is a very, very bright color. And I want to make sure it's blended really well. But look how pretty that is. That is so pretty. So pretty. And I have heard that some people didn't like Klarity Cosmetics formulas so far. I mean, I've tried 3 shades. I like it. I don't know if they changed something, but I mean, this is blending easily. No, I don't want to jinx myself. Did y'all just see that? There's a fly in my shop. A fly that I can't get rid of. We will call him George. He will be gone though, I'm sure, once Marco and Laura come for a visit. And if y'all are wondering what I'm talking about with Marco and Laura, we have a tropical storm supposed, I think they've changed it to Wednesday. Marco is gonna hit us Wednesday, and then Laura is gonna come in as a hurricane on Thursday. But we're not leaving yet. We're kind of seeing how everything goes before we make any decisions. I'm gonna take that same BH Cosmetics brush that I used to lay down Grape Escape and just use that to softly blend the edges to make sure everything's nice and smooth. I am very, very impressed with that. That is so pretty. That looks really good. And like blending it together, it didn't lose a lot of pigmentation. I'm very happy with that. Okay, now I need something even smaller to apply. Okay, so we'll use this brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 8. It's kind of more of a small pencil brush, and we're gonna go into the shade Chaotic just for a little bit more added depth. And I don't want to blend this out too much, and I'm not bringing this as far in on my eyes. I'm bringing it 3/4 of the way in, but not all the way in, just to add a little bit more oomph to the eye look. Because y'all know me, I like to try to use as many shades as possible, because that will tell me roughly how things are going to blend together. And again, I'm just taking my same brush that I used, the original BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm just blending together the edges. That is stunning. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna use that same BH Cosmetics brush and go into the shade Pandora's Box, which is the deepest purple. And I'm just going to keep that right on the outer. So pretty. I mean, these are just laying down so well. So well. Grab, this is a Morphe M2 or M321, just a tiny little shader blender, and just use that in the crease portion just to make sure there's no harsh lines, which there really isn't. I'm actually super duper impressed with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a flat brush, my glitter glue, and we're going to apply some shimmer. And so far I've literally used every color except for one, and I'll use that under my eye. I think I might need a little bit more glitter glue than that. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the orchid color. I want to apply that in the middle portion of my lid. That is so pretty. And I think I'm going to apply the berry sandcastles over that and by itself on the front portion to kind of give it something to transition to. Now I will say that there is a lot of kick up in the pan and there is a ton of fallout on my face, but to me that is not like a make or break kind of thing. I have no issue with that. I'm gonna apply just a tiny bit, a titchy bit more eyeshadow glue or glitter glue. And then I have the Cuvage brush again, and I'm just taking and patting, blending that in on the front part of my eye, and then blending it over, patting it over the orchid color. And we're gonna pick up that berry sandcastle color. That is so pretty. Okay, so the berry sandcastle had a little bit more pigment than what I was expecting because it completely covered that orchid color, but it is still a gorgeous, gorgeous look. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye. But that is a beautiful silvery shimmer. And then once you do kind of work it in with the pink, it takes on like this slight pink sheen. So that is gorgeous. Go ahead and remove those. Look how pretty the top of that eye look looks. Let me grab my makeup wipe that I keep handy. But I mean, that is stunning. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, put my foundation, concealer, that kind of stuff on, and then we'll come back and test out finish up our eye look and test out the Noon face palette and the Twisted Unicorn highlighter, because I'm going to use that on the inner corners. So give just a moment. I have my eyebrows, my foundation, my concealer done. I also put on the Pat McGrath Divinal Lip Shine in nude something or other. Who knows, I can't remember. So we're gonna go ahead and start by finishing off our eye. So I'm gonna use that same BH Cosmetics brush, and I am tapping it off because so I don't get as much fallout. And this has that shade Pandora's Box still in it. And I'm just smoking that out under my lower lash line, because I really am trying to avoid so much fallout under my eyes. That looks so good. See, for me, whenever I wear colors like this, it really makes my eye color stand out. So I'm gonna grab this Morphe brush, which is shedding like crazy. And it doesn't say what size, which one it is. And I'm gonna go into the shade Strawberry Bubblegum, just ever so slightly. And I'm going to blend that in and just really use that to smoke out the lower lash line and add just a teensy bit of brightness. But I will tell you, I am loving this palette. So if you're wondering, the Strawberry Bubblegum is that bright shade. So I've actually now used every color that's in this palette on my eyes, and I can't complain about any of them. So I'm gonna grab, this is the ColourPop Gel Cream Eyeliner in Loverboy. It is a good hot pink. And I'm just going to use that to line my waterline, just to add a little bit of brightness back in. But I mean, as you can see, it really blends in, but we're going for that whole pink eye look. So let's see, I need a tiny little brush. We'll use this. This is the brush from Laura Rock. And I'm gonna grab my Klarity Kosmetics highlighter in Twisted Unicorn. And I'm just going to grab just the tiniest bit of that on the brush. And I'm going to spray it with, this is just a ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. And just take ever so slightly. Oh yeah, see how pretty that is? Add just the teensiest little bit of brightness to the inner corner. And it blends really well with the eyeshadow. So all in all, this look turned out fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and we'll apply some mascara, and then we'll test out the Noon face palette. So this eyeshadow palette is stunning. Now it is a very messy formula, so be prepared. If you're someone who likes to do your eyeshadow first, you'll be able to get away with it. I mean, y'all know, if you play a lot with eyeshadows, there are some that you just can't apply after your makeup, like after your base. That some formulas just work. Oh, that looks so good. And see, I'm not even wearing blush, bronzer, highlight, or anything, but to me, I feel like my face, like everything looks so good because the eyes are just mesmerizing. Like, look at this. It is stunning. So we're gonna go into the Noon palette by Neon MUA and Midas Cosmetic. So I think I'm gonna go into the contour shade right here, just a little bit. This is a Morphe M500 brush. And I'm not going too heavy, but just a teeny little bit in the hollows of my cheekbones. Maybe a teensy bit under the neck. But independent brands really have stepped up their game. This is a Real Techniques brush, the 003. It's supposed to be a foundation brush, but I like it for bronzer. So we're gonna go into the bronzer shade. Oh, that's pretty. But see how good that brush blends out? Because sometimes I feel like bronzer, some brushes diffuse it too much, and I prefer a little bit heavier of a hand with bronzer. And the only reason I say that is because, okay, my face, my neck, as you can see, is a lot lighter than the rest of my body. I am obsessive about sunscreen, but I'm really obsessive about it on my face. So my face is like 10 shades lighter than the rest of me. But I do try to warm it up so it blends with the rest. But look how that is gorgeous. I didn't think this look could get any better, but man, this is pretty. So we're gonna go into the blush, which is just a good corally pink blush. Oh, that's nice and pretty. Just a nice little flush. And I'm not a super heavy blush wearer. And again, if you've watched me for any length of time on any channel, y'all will know I like a strong eye look and a much more neutral rest of my face. So honestly, everything I've tried out has been gorgeous. This is the Morphe M510, which I like as a highlighter brush. So we're gonna go into that highlighter shade, which is just a beautiful white gold. Now, I don't think that the highlighter shade is as blinding as the Klarity Kosmetics one, but it is still pretty. But I don't think every highlight has to be blinding. Everything else in this is just beautiful. Okay, so that I applied a little heavy, so we're gonna take our bronzer brush and just kind of go over it a little bit. But all in all, this has been a very, very successful new makeup. I definitely love this Berry Royale palette by Klarity Cosmetics. It is so gorgeous. And one of the things I hope y'all realize is, like, whenever I'm shooting these, I don't edit all of this. It is like one stream other than I stop it to go put on the rest of my face. So you can see every step of the way that I'm not sitting there blending forever. This was pretty minimal and pretty effortless. So I would definitely recommend all three of these products. But this palette is gorgeous. Like, there are not even words. Look at that. So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that notifies you when I post new videos, which is typically every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I think I'm gonna be posting a lot more because I want to go back and review all of my eyeshadow palettes. So, I guess that's it. Don't forget to check me out on all my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. But we shall see y'all later. Bye.